Well, what's going on in Hong Kong? Why are we protesting? Everything that I'm about to say is what I think what's going on in Hong Kong right now. My name's Locke. I'm 25. I'm a Hong Konger. Hong Konger seems to be a funny word to use, but it's not. People living in Hong Kong yearn for democracy. People living in China, though, don't even care about what democracy is. They just don't care. More importantly, we Hong Kongers think we are different from the Chinese. I'm not saying we are superior, we just think a Chinese is a Chinese, a Hong Konger is a Hong Konger. Fact. He's a Hong Konger, he's a Chinese. Well, why is this distinction so important? There is something to do with history. After the handover, which means the transfer of sovereignty over Hong Kong from the UK to China in 1997, China has brought back Hong Kong. Wait a second. What China really has brought back is the Hong Kong territory, its money, its international reputation, if there is still any. China has never brought back its people, which means Hong Kongers. The Chinese government thinks that Hong Kong is just part of China. The Chinese citizens are fine, but the Hong Kongers are not. And the Chinese government thinks Hong Kongers are very annoying because we yearn for democracy, which is impossible. Democracy is just a no-no. The Chinese government comes up with a genius idea to tackle this problem. Many Chinese people have been encouraged to come to Hong Kong. Chinese people who come to Hong Kong have basically the same social benefit that we all Hong Kongers have. Free school, free house, free medical support, and even cheaper train ticket for God's sake. What it means is that the Chinese government uses our resources to feed non-Hong Kongers, in this case, the Chinese. Hong Kong is very small, we can't feed all of them, can we? Amazingly, we have an independent government, which is useless. Well, Hong Kong is not a state, but yes, we have a government, kind of. I think every government always has the same job to do. Governments fight for their citizens' rights. The Hong Kong government, though, is different. The Hong Kong government fights for the Chinese citizens' right. For instance, the language Hong Kongers speak is Cantonese. The language Chinese speak is Mandarin. So the Chinese government thinks, it'd be nice if we eliminate Cantonese. So they say that the Hong Kong kids should now learn Mandarin instead of Cantonese. The point I wanted to make is that the Hong Kong government is not a government who fights for Hong Kongers, but Chinese. I think a leader of a democratic country fears his citizens. If the leader does something stupid, he'll probably loses his job because we can get rid of him and re-elect a new leader. The leader of Hong Kong, however, is fearless. No matter what he does, no matter how much we dislike him, we have no way to get rid of him. By the way, C.Y. Leung, the leader of the Hong Kong government, was elected with just 689 votes. See? We are unable to elect a person as our leader. Our government does not fight for us, but some foreigners. These are why we are protesting. Democracy is all we want. This is why we are here.